Hey everyone, so for today's FaB Wednesday, I'm going to do my second book sacrifice video. So if you haven't watched my first book sacrifice video, I'll leave a link to that video down below so you can check it out. Basically, once in a while I have to get books off of my shelves and put them away or give it away to some people just because I only have a limited amount of space on my shelves. And I read a lot of books and sometimes I don't like them. So I have to take it off the shelves, and yeah, basically all the books I have here are the ones that I really enjoy and love. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have my pile of books here, hopefully it doesn't fall throughout the video. And the first, I have actually 3 books here that I'm getting rid of, and it is this series right here. Bam. This is by Kelly Armstrong, and I don't know actually if there's an actual name to this series, but the first book is The Summoning, the second book is The Awakening, and then the last book is The Reckoning. And the series is basically about teenagers that I think once they reach puberty or something, they start to have these powers, and there's this group that's trying to mess with them or control them. So yeah, it's basically a group of teenagers and their story in these 3 books. So I'm getting rid of these just because first of all, I read them just because I really like the story. I like the idea of it all. I thought it was really interesting, the whole thing with the powers and this group that's trying to control these teenagers. However, I wasn't really fond of the characters. I found some of the characters to be annoying. None of them were relatable to me, and yeah, it's just I didn't really connect with the characters in a way that I would have liked to, so it kind of made the reading experience less of an enjoyment. So yeah. And then the next book I have here is by Karen Joy Fowler, and it is called the Jane Austen Book Club. This was a movie, actually, that was released, I think, when I was in 7th or 8th grade. I don't remember. But I remember watching this movie, and I liked it, and I didn't know it was a book. And then I read the book, and I don't remember really liking it. And then the next book I have here is Nightlight, and this is a parody written by the Harvard Lampoon, if I'm saying that correctly. It's a parody of Twilight, the Twilight series. As you can tell, there's an eaten apple on the cover, and maybe it's because I read it. I don't even remember when I read this, but I didn't really understand it. It wasn't as funny as I had hoped it would be, so yeah. And then the next book I have here is The Thing About Jane Spring by Sharon Crumb. And from what I remember about this book, it's basically about a girl named Jane who just is a hard worker. She is at the top of her game, and but she can't find a man, I guess. And now that I'm thinking back on it, I don't really think that this gives off the best message, because she kind of wants to change herself in order to find a man, and don't really think it gives off the best message, so off my shelf. And then the last 3 books that I'm taking off my shelf are by Sarah Dessen, and the first one I have here is Along for the Ride. The next I have here is That Summer. And the last one I have is The Truth About Forever. And I really like Sarah Dessen. I think she has really interesting romance teen stories, and she's a fantastic writer, and she just draws at the heartstrings. I feel like she is a teenage Nicholas Sparks writer kind of thing with her stories, because a lot of these are, I guess, relatable. But I kind of want to take these off my shelves now, just to make room for other books. So that is all the books that I'm taking off of my shelf, and I have one manga that I am taking off my other shelf, which is right here, where I keep all of my manga, and it is The Clamp School Detectives, written by Clamp, C-L-A-M-P. I don't even know if it's Clamp. But yeah, this is an old one. I was lucky to find it at an anime convention, and I'm having a hard time finding it anywhere else. There's 3 books to the series, and I can't find it anywhere, so I'm just kind of giving up on it. And I'm also like, I want to make room for other manga series, so probably not going to collect this one anymore. So yeah, that is all for my book sacrifice video. Like I said before in my first video, I'm probably going to make more of these every once in a while, just because I run out of like space on my shelf really quickly. So expect to see this video a lot more. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you another time. Bye! Here is the last summer of You and Me. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of her writing style. I love her